Alright, now we are doing the associative property. Associative, how can you remember that? It has the word associate in it. When you associate people, you're hanging out with them. So here's how I like to help you remember the associative property. If you look at 11C5, you have these numbers, 2 plus 3 plus 4 equals 2 plus 3 plus 4. Right now I don't have any parentheses in them, but if you look in the book, they already have parentheses. So I like to remember the associative property because 2 and 3 are hanging out together this week, and then over here, now 3 and 4 are hanging out together. So 2 and 3 hang out together, associate this week, next week, 2 and 3 got into a fight, and now 3 and 4 are hanging out, okay? So associative property is similar to commutative property to where it is only true for addition and multiplication. So for associative property, it will be true for addition and multiplication, but it will be false for subtraction and division. And I'm going to prove that to you. Looking at 11C5, do your parentheses first. So 2 plus 3, 5, and then plus 4. Do your parentheses first. 3 plus 4 is 7, and then 2 plus 7. 5 plus 4 is 9, and that is equal to 9. So that proves that associative property is true for addition. Now look at 11B5. Again, I didn't put my parentheses in first because I want you to see and how to remember associative property. 3 and 4 are hanging out together this week, but next week now 4 and 5 are hanging out together. And you always do your parentheses first. So we said that associative should be true for multiplication and division, multiplication and addition, so this should be true. 3 times 4, 12, and then times 5 should be equal to 4 times 5, 20, then 3 times that. 12 times 5 is 60, and that is equal to 3 times 20, which is 60. So that just proves that associative property is true for multiplication as well. It is true for multiplication and multiplication and addition, but it is false for subtraction and division. We're going to look at that on 11C6. Again, 7 and 4 hang out this week. Next week, 4 and 1 are hanging out. And so you always do your parentheses first. So we should expect this to be false. You cannot do associative for subtraction or division. So 7 minus 4, 3, and then minus 1. 4 minus 1, 3, and then 7 minus that. 3 minus 1, 2. 7 minus 3, 4. Those things are not equal, so it is false. It will always be false for subtraction. Look at 11B6, it will always be false for division as well. So again, 12 and 6 are hanging out this week. Now 6 and 2 are hanging out next week. If you always look, the numbers are the same. 12, 6, 2, 12, 6, 2. It's just a matter of these two are hanging out, then these two are hanging out. So do your parentheses first. 12 divided by 6, that would be 2, and then divided by 2. Over here, do these parentheses first. 6 divided by 2. Remember, this first number is always in the numerator. 6 divided by 2 is 3. 12 divided by that. 2 divided by 2, 1, and that is not equal to 12 divided by 3, which is 4. Those are not equal, so we just proved that that would be false. Associative would be false for division.